Alright, check out this truly abandoned 1954 Chrysler New Yorker. And what's really cool about this car is it has the 331 HEMI motor in it. This is the third year that HEMIs were introduced, and we all know how notorious HEMIs are now. And this was only the third year of existence. There's quite a few design features that I really like about this car. One of them is that V-shaped hood emblem. It's a lot like what the Cadillacs had. I love that gold scripted Chrysler right in the center of the grille. Tells you right there who makes it. I love that. Check out how tall this antenna is. All the antennas back in the 50s were kind of overly tall like that because of the frequency of AM radio stations. Kind of cool. But if you look down the side of the car, it's not really beat up and tore up. The lines are clean, and the gaps on the doors look pretty good. You can see on the top of the roof there where it looks like someone attempted to sand it and repaint it. Look at that Chrysler button though, I really like that. That button, Chrysler, V-shaped emblem on the back, just like on the hood, Chrysler script on the trunk. I mean, that kind of stuff, like, it's just classy, it's just so cool. And check out this rear bumper, this nice chrome rear bumper that's pretty good shape, not dented up, all the chrome is there, it's not rusted out, it's pretty straight. And yeah, and check out these reverse lights. You got to remember, so many people forget right there. A lot of cars did not come with reverse lights. That was an option. You can see some rust right here by that gas cap. But yeah, every car now is required by law to have reverse lights, but it wasn't so back in the day. Kind of interesting. We're going to take a peek in the trunk here, and you can see some of the original lining is in the trunk. You got a lot of rat turds up there on that sill to the top of the page. A little bit of debris in the bottom of this trunk cavity, the spare tire cavity. Usually those spare tire cavities rust out really bad, water gets trapped. But check this out, this is an old can of Vaseline. Isn't that cool? Blue Seal in a glass bottle. Now it's all plastic, but it's kind of cool. It used to come in glass. Still Vaseline in there. It's good to go, baby. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's old school. Wow.
Look, they don't even have a prefix on the... It's just a phone number. There's not even an area code.
Wow, that is cool. I want to keep this. That's cool.
There's not even a prefix on...
So I want to come inside the car and show you a little bit of what's inside. So this is the old headlight switch, and some of them pull out. They pull out once for dash, twice for headlights. This one twists though. I've never really seen that before, so it twists twice. Once for dash lights, once for headlights. And look at that Chrysler button right in the middle of those turn signals. I like that little medallion. And if you looked at the odometer right there, if you go back and look, it's got 99,900 and something miles on it. And check out this shifter, how reverse is up top. Usually that would be park. How weird is that? I mean, it's kind of odd. And you also have to remember something about 50s cars is that most of them did not come with radios. That was still, back in those days, an expensive option. A lot of cars had delete plates where the radio would be. So the fact that this one has a radio in it means somebody paid extra for that. This ashtray right here is stuck in suspended animation. Everything gets stuck, frozen shut after so long. Looks like the glove box door is like halfway missing. I don't know what's hanging down there, but it doesn't look like the full glove box door is on it. And of course you got to have your lighter right by the key switch. Looks to be in like halfway decent shape, but yeah, every car, man, all these 50s cars had 10 lighters in them. It's just crazy. And you got your data plate over here. Maybe we could decode that and kind of learn more about the car. This car was kind of plain Jane. It's got manual windows, and you can see down here it's got a lever, got a manual lever for the seats, so no power seats. You run that down, and that's how you'd move the seat back and forth. But look at these rat turds, though. This was not even a rat's nest. This was a rat's paradise. This was a penthouse. This was a mansion. Like, they had carte blanche. Rat turds everywhere, man. It's just leveled in here front to back. I mean, there's going to be a lot of cleaning to do, and I'll show you guys that here in a minute. So here is what everybody came to see. the motor that is the stuff of legends. This right here is the Chrysler 331 HEMI, and right where my finger is where it should say Chrysler Firepower, right on that valve cover. You can barely see it through all the crud and the crumb and the oil and the grease and whatever's on there. I want to clean this up and actually be able to see that. But look at how giant those valve covers are. It's crazy. And if you look here on the front where I just pointed where the pulley system is, it was a pretty plain Jane car. There was no power steering, there was no air conditioning, there was no extra frou-frou options, but they were going to have that HEMI, man, that's for sure, and they got it. Well, I can't see a tag on it though.
No, there's not. Unless, is it in the trunk?
Yeah, this Texaco tag just fell off of this right here. It was put right here, and it looks like there was a couple. Like, if you see that, it looked like there might have been a few tags on there.
Trust your car to the man who wears the star.
Trust your car to the man who wears the star. Wow, Texaco. Oil changed. Oh, look, Havoline. I got a Havoline quart. That metal one?
Yeah.
I got a metal 50s Havoline quart I could show with this car.
This would roughly date the car.
They must have got their oil changed frequently, because see, there's a tag here that's been torn off. There was a few tags here and here, so they got this car serviced, I mean, regularly, it looks like. So what we're doing right now is we're going to go try and trade a battery we have to get a 6-volt battery, because these cars used to run on 6-volt positive ground. Alright, we all run on 12-volt negative ground now, but they use 6-volt positive ground for whatever reason. So we're going to attempt to get a 6-volt battery and stick it in the car and see if we can see any signs of intelligent life. It's hooked up. What I was kind of hoping for was a shot in the dark that I could put that battery in and the trunk light might come on, but you know, no such luck.
Headlights.
Okay. Yeah? Yeah, it came on. No running light.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you gotta check the back, because the running lights will only come on when you're in the middle.
Try it. No, I don't see nothing. So we're gonna start putting in work. We're just gonna get right into it. Dad's spraying down the lug nuts with WD-40. We got the battery pack on the back there, putting some air in the back tire. We're going to try and roll it up right there on that concrete platform.
Is it left-hand thread?
It says right.
Oh.
Since that tire's so trashed, it can't even be aired up, we got it on the tire machine, and we're going to take this old tire off, and we're going to put a decently old tire on it, one that'll at least hold air, so that we can roll it.
Oh, there it is. There you go.
We got a tire on it. We usually keep a couple old tires around in case we need to do something like that. You know, slap just an old used tire on it to get it out of the dirt. Got the tractor, pushed it up on the concrete, so now we can open it up and maybe vacuum it out and, you know, just see what it looks like, if there's any rust or what. Okay. That's wild. I got all the 4 doors cracked open. These back doors really didn't want to come loose, but I got them loose. And check that out. That's about the only piece in here that survived intact. Look at that. And you know why? There was a seat cover on it, and when it fell down, look, that's what the interior looked like. Brand new. Look at these handles. Look at these big, nice chrome handles. This actually doesn't look bad at all. Look, and here's the ashtray. Look at that, it doesn't want to close. Look at that beautiful ashtray. Check it out. Watch this. Ugh. There's still cigarettes in there. I know you probably can't see it, but that's says L&M. Cigarettes and matches. Oh man, that's funny, man. Funny. All right, now another interesting thing that I saw is, see this interior or these seats right here? These are actually seat covers, and the original seat is, oh, look at all that crap. All these are little rat turds. But this is what the seat looked like. This was the original interior, and they put a seat cover. That was a popular thing to do back in the 50s, was put seat covers over things. But yeah, that's the original seat beneath there. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. Most of it's gone anyway. But I think it's cool that you can still see that. So I just cracked open that door and all these rat turds fell out. I want you to get a good look. Look at all that. Ow. Oh. Ow. Those rat turds, man. Look at all that. Just full. Look at it. It's just piled up right there. Unbelievable. This car probably hasn't been insured. From the way this plate looks, these plates, the way these Arizona plate looks, this I think is from the 80s. So this car hasn't been driven since the 70s. That's a long time. You know, while I'm cleaning this car out, if you guys like seeing this kind of stuff, make sure to smash that like button for me for the YouTube algorithm. It helps push me up, it helps get me noticed, and this is a tremendous amount of work filming all this. And if you could subscribe, if you like this kind of stuff and want to see more, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you can keep up on what I'm doing. It would mean a lot. That's the one making all those turds.
Let's go dump it. Let's breathe that.
All right, it's clean. Look at that, you can actually see the floors, and I know they look kind of dumpy. They don't look clean, but it's actually kind of solid. There's not a hole there, you can't see the ground, so that's good. It came out pretty nice. Coming to the front though, we're not so lucky. You can see, we can see the ground right here. Got rust, look at that. Oh, brother. Yeah, we got some rust in the front floorboards there. Clean though. That was a lot. That was really bad. That was probably one of the worst I've ever had or seen. And you can see over there in the passenger side, we got some rust in the floor too. But man, at least it's cleaned out, you know. And it's looking a lot better. Whew. Just to give you a visual, look at this trash can. This is like a trash can that you would see in like a warehouse. Filled it up almost, and then this is the trash can that gets picked up weekly at the house, you know, about half full. It's a lot of rat turds. And this guy was the one to do it. Also cleaned the trunk out. Kept most of this original lining, which is kind of cool. It's like this hard plastic lining. Some cars, like my 56 Cadillac, it's like cloth, almost like carpet. This is almost like a hard plastic. We do have a little bit of rust in the trunk. So the trunk has a little bit of rust in it, but just cover that right up and it's like it never happened. But yeah, it's pretty clean now. Yeah, there's some rust on this car, but it's kind of to be expected after 60, 70 years. We're going to try and clean this motor up a little bit, get some of that grease off of those valve covers. I want to see that Chrysler firepower. A lot of people, when they use degreaser, they use like Purple Power, and really what we found works the best is oven and grill cleaner. This stuff works really, really good. You can get this stuff at the dollar store or Walmart for a couple bucks, and it's a lot cheaper than what they sell at the parts store.
Yeah, just use it up. Cleaned up and it won't run.
There we go, man. That's nice. a shot. We'll see, right? There we go, baby. What we're doing here is drilling out the keyhole because we didn't get a key with this car. Usually we've been pretty lucky about getting keys with cars, but this car didn't come with one. We couldn't find one under the floor mats or tied up somewhere underneath the fender well. Sometimes you get lucky like that and they put a spare somewhere in the car somewhere for you to find, but couldn't get one, so got to drill out this keyhole and so we can get in there and actually turn the key switch on. Got to drill the lock out. Pretty much got the cleaning done. You can see that beautiful Chrysler firepower. Love that. Check that out. V8 Chrysler Corporation crankcase breather. That's really cool. You can see it on this valve cover too. Chrysler fire power. That's cool. That's what I wanted to see. You can see all the linkages now. No more rat turds. Pretty cool. We can actually get in there now and maybe check on some of the vitals of the motor without having to dig through rat turds. So what we're trying to do is get the engine to at least crank over because we know it's not locked up, but we need to crank it over so we can get a compression test and check all that out. So what we're doing is we're jumping it directly manually. We're taking the starter solenoid wire and we're jumping it straight to power, which should get it to crank over, but as you can see, it's a dead short. So we're gonna have to pull the starter off and check and see why, if there's something wrong with the solenoid on the starter or what. This big heavy beast underneath here is the starter. These are like way overbuilt compared to what you would see on a new car. It's probably twice as heavy. And there's so much caked grease on here that you can hardly even see that what I'm putting my wrench on is one of the bolts that hold the starter onto the block, or I should say the transmission case. As hard as it was to find this bolt, it's 10 times easier to find that little like button right beneath this video that you should hit if you like seeing old American iron brought back to life. So here's the starter, and we really think that it could possibly not be working because there's so much crap and crud all over this solenoid that it's not even letting the solenoid pull the starter to engage it. So maybe if we clean all that crap off, see, you can actually see more of it now. I mean, if some of that crap comes off, it might engage. There might be nothing wrong with it. Or there might be, we don't know. See, it's frozen. See, it's froze. That plunger right there pulls that linkage and pushes that gear out.
Yeah, see, that's what's wrong. Get a little hammer.
Yeah, see? That's why it's possible that's why we could have been getting a direct short, because...
Well, it couldn't even pull this in. See?
There we go. That's what we want to see. Now, if we hook power to it...
It should crank.
It should crank, and then we'll know... Then we can crank the motor.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So when we're hooking this up, we got to kind of be careful, because you got to remember these cars were positive ground. So we're actually hooking up the positive to the casing, and we're actually putting positive... No, we're putting negative to what we would consider positive.
It's very possible the wire's not tight. Let me tighten this up just here.
Ooh. There it went.
See that?
Yeah, try it again. Haha. Cool, cool.
What do you think of that?
That's a good sign. All right. All right, we got the starter back in, and we ran a new solenoid wire from the starter, and we're gonna just manually touch it and see if it cranks. Try it again.
It's cranking.
Spark plug wires come from that distributor cap, and they funnel into this cover here. Taking the screws off, that'll access the spark plug wires, and what we're going to do is take the spark plug wires off, take the spark plugs out, and then hopefully be able to hopefully we should be able to run a compression test. And if we got compression, I mean, there's a 99% chance this thing will run. Those are some long spark plug wire tubes. Those things are way deep in there.
Called what? We'll just pull these out and run a quick compression test on this side. Chrysler firepower.
Not halfway off the page.
That's good enough.
That's it.
There we go. Oh my God! Need to spin faster.
Yeah, it needs to spin a little
Damn,
faster.
that was pretty good.
Wow. Okay, we got to 75 almost.
Yeah, but that was spinning real slow.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. That was good.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, it's pretty bad when you can hook your battery jumper up to the actual wires, because the insulation is so old it's cracked off of them.
There we go.
All right, we're gonna give it another whirl and see if we can get it to spin faster and maybe give us some more compression.
Look at that.
Wow. We hit about 80.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, but it was heading up.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Second cylinder. We'll give it a try. Oh no. That's not good. Yikes. At about 25.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's due for another one.
Try it again. Oh, that's not good. Third cylinder, we'll give it a go. Oh, there we go. That's good. 90.
Mm-hmm. Should run.
Cylinder number 4. Go ahead and give it a try. It's good.
What was it?
About 80.
Yeah, it'll run.
Instead of buying new spark plugs, we have a spark plug cleaner and tester. And what he's doing right now is he puts it in there and it basically sandblasts it. See how it cleans it? See how this one's cleaner? So this way has sand and air. It's abrasive. And then to clean it off, push it the other way and it's just air and it blows all the sand off of it. With this part of it, we can basically simulate the inside of a cylinder. So with this, we can increase the pressure. So let's increase the pressure. See that? So that's about what the inside of a cylinder is, 80 psi. This simulates your spark plug wire.
Can you see the spark plug is working?
Go ahead. Try it again. There you go. You can see it in there sparking. Shut up. Try it again. So that spark plug works.
You gotta hold it against the valve cover. Ready?
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah. Cylinder number 5, we'll give it a touch. 60. Not very good.
Not very good, but it'll pick it up.
Try it again. Yeah, 60. It's not very good. Number 6. $60.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, it's pretty marginal. Alright, number 7. That one got to 80.
Oh, good.
That's not bad. Alright, last cylinder. Hopefully it's good. $55, 60. Yeah, 55.
A little low. But
Yeah, it's kind of low. It's marginal, but I mean, it's enough to probably run it. Go ahead and... Oh!
we need to go down and get a gallon of gas. Put some gas up to the carburetor.
Ooh, wow. Oh. There it was.
The car again.
Wow. So now what we're doing is we're hooking up the fuel line that goes to the carburetor. We're taking that and hooking a rubber hose up and putting it in an external gas tank now that we know that it'll at least try and run on its own. So we got our gas can there, we got our 12-volt battery here, and we're going to hook an electric fuel pump up to it, and we'll see if it can idle or run on its own.
Safety. Here, gas.